What's up, YouTube? MK here. And I know it's been a long time since I've been making videos, but here we go. This video is called The History of MK. Basically, we're taking a look at my car throughout the years, and right now we're starting off with WrestleMania 2000 for the 64. Dusted this bad boy up in a old storage unit, and I found my old Nintendo 64, and this is basically, I can't really remember, but the first look at what you see as MK today. And I mean, it's just a couple of various moves. I mean, the look I was going for was kind of like Undertaker, but not more like my style. Second game we're showing is No Mercy. And this was, one of my favorite wrestling games. I love the way MK came out in this game. Here you see me beating up on Triple H. I mean, his whole persona in the old games was just more like a Kane or Undertaker, don't fuck with me kind of guy. Big guy, I'll whoop your ass. I mean, that was basically his story. And then here we come to SmackDown Shut Your Mouth. This was MK's PS2 debut, and as you can see, he's a lot different looking. This is when I started going for more of the monster look, and you can see as a Kane entrance, yeah, he wasn't that great looking back in the day, but I mean, this was the game I went for more of a monster look towards him, and you can see him beating down on Christian here and doing some moves. But I really like this game too. I remember playing this shit with my friends all the time. I mean, just overall, this has to be one of my favorite SmackDown games. But you see MK with the chokeslam. And then my all-time favorite SmackDown game, Here Comes the Pain. And this was the first year MK had face paint. As you could see, and this is more the year I started going for the demonic, satanic look behind his story and all that. I mean, even his tattoos and his designs and everything on his pants just came out great in this game. So I mean, this was just this is actually probably the main year that you see the MK that you see today. This was basically the first little tidbits of him. And you see him jumping Brock Lesnar right now, and there's the choke slam. And here we skip to 2006. I only did this video on the games that I currently have, so I couldn't find SmackDown vs. Raw, the first one, so we just skipped to 2006. This MK actually is one of my favorite models and one of my favorite ways he came out. He just looks like a fucking big scary motherfucker, and this MK specifically was more at the look of Kane back in 2003 when he removed his mask, and that's kind of the story he went by here. Is just this maniac. You see him beating the shit out of Hulk Hogan right now. I mean, I like the way that he came out in this game. I like the designs, and I liked 2006 a lot better than I like SmackDown vs. Raw. And I remember this is like when I started. This was like the first game I started playing online. I mean, it was just so much fun. I remember playing, with buddies online on the PS2. And here we skip to 2007. Another one of my favorite SVRs. I used to beat the shit out of people all the time online with MK. I mean, it was just so much fun. This looked kind of similar to the 2006 look. This one, though, you can see he has the Freddy Krueger gloves, and his whole story in this one was he was more of a serial killer type, and not more of a satanic guy, but more of a serial killer and a psychopath. And you see him with the pyro, and his moves were basically the same from 2006. He had a lot of submissions, so I remember I used to make a lot of people tap out online. I mean, he's, you know, you see some of the moves that he has today, like you just saw the complete shot, which is his signature now. And, oh, super neck breaker. The gore, and, you know, the patented Kane choke slam. Coming up next is 2009. Skip 2008 because that's a shit game. 2009, MK looked better than ever. I loved his look. This was my I played more of this than I played 08 on PS3, and I remember a buddy helped me out with MK, well, ex-buddy, and I mean, MK just looked so great in this game. This was also like my first year I started getting involved with clans and everything. You know, my clan currently CTC. This is when we started playing together, and at the beginning of the year, and it was just, you know, it brings back great memories, you know, going back and playing these games and recording this. And here you see MK beating up on Vader and having the curb stomp, player's boot, CM Punk, welcome to Chicago, some karate kicks. I mean, his whole persona in this one was, again, same thing, just he looked a lot more, this character looked a lot more like me, you could say, in this one. He looked, you know, pretty spot on to what I looked like at the time, and I just loved the way he came out. Loved his pants, and, you know, I love the texture and all that. Really wish they still had some of the same tattoos that I had on this character. Hopefully, maybe they're in 12, I don't know yet. And here we go to 2010, probably one of the best years for MK. This is when MK came out, and you found out that he was a satanic, demonic satanic worshiper, and he was kind of like a dealing to the devil. I went for that look. I went, you know, kind of crazy into the, you know, satanic look. You know, you see, you know, he's got the pentagrams on his pants and the pentagram in the middle of his forehead, and, you know, I used to call him like the devil's child, but, you know, that's not that great of a nickname, but that's the way, basically the way he was in this game. And that back tattoo, I miss it now. Hopefully they put it back in 12. And here you see him beating up on Randy Orton. CM Punk combinations. I mean, he was more, basically the best way to describe MK in this game and how you describe him now is he's a mixture between Kane, Undertaker, and CM Punk, with some edge. That's basically the way you can put it. He's an asshole, he's a monster, and he's, you know, this kind of technical type of MMA type of wrestler, I guess you could say. But here you see the edge spear. Love that spear. And the last year they had my choke slam, which hopefully it's in 12 again. I love that move. Imagine if that's a directional grappler. It's going to be amazing. Here we go to current MK 2011. This attire and this character, I use a lot of paint tool on him. His face paint and everything. I like the way it came out. Looks really evil, I guess you could say. And his paint tool and everything just on this character came out good. The only thing that pissed me off, and the only thing, you know, I didn't even mind 2011. The only thing that pissed me off about it was they took out so many fucking moves and so many tattoos and shit. You know, it disappointed me. If they would have kept the moves and kept the tattoos they had and didn't remove anything from 2010 and just added all the shit they did in the 2011 would have been a much better game. But unfortunately, they did what they did. And now, though, 2011 doesn't even matter anymore. It's all about WWE 12. And by the way, I will be posting WWE 12 MK this weekend coming up. Just a couple moves on Sheamus here. Alright guys, well, this video is going to come to an end in about a couple seconds. So like, comment, subscribe to my videos, and stay tuned later on for some WWE 12 footage and some matches with me and my two best friends, Tyrant Michaels and T-Bone Jr. 24. Here you see the tombstone, complete shot, spear, and coming up chokeslam. Alright guys, hope you enjoy WWE 12. Have a good weekend. Or have a good week and Thanksgiving week.